and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Nikki here. So today I have this makeup look. As per usual, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I wanted a pop of colour, and we've ended up with this kind of pop of mint in the inner corner. I love it. I think it's amazing if you just want to dabble in colour a little bit. I think this mint is beautiful. It'll be really nice all over the lid as well. Let me know your thoughts down below, but without further ado, if you want to see how I created this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, to start off with, we're going to start off with a really cleansed skin. I've done a little bit of prep. I did a face mask. I always find that if I'm going somewhere where I want to look good, I want my skin to look good, doing a face mask, doing like eye gels, a lip mask, all of that is just going to make your skin look super plump. Now I'm going to move on to priming, and I'm going to use a Mercier. This is the Pure Canvas Power Primer. It's got a little dropper applicator, so I'm going to apply this all over the face, and it's silicone free, which is amazing as well. I really like that primer. It's not thick feeling. I don't really like thick primers. This one almost just feels like a moisturizer, really kind of like gel moisturizer, which sinks into the skin. It gives a really nice glow as well. Next, I'm going to move into foundation. We're going to use the... We're going to use the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self Refreshing Foundation Oil Free. I'm mixing the shades Bronze and Citrine just because I feel like it fits me a little bit better. And then we're going to use these new blending sponges from Colourpop that look so beautiful, and they kind of go with this look. So I'm just going to pick the detailer sponge out of this and then use this sponge to blend all over my face and neck area. Guys, this foundation, just look at it. It looks like skin. It's unreal. Love mixing them two shades together. I feel like I've spoken about this foundation on my channel, but I need to wear it more because for me it's more of an evening. It's not really watery, but you can definitely build up on it. But it looks just like skin. It's got a really nice dew to it. It's just looks really effortless, and I love that about it. Right, let's move in to concealer. I'm going to use Too Faced Born This Way More to use sculpting concealer in Honey. And then I'm also going to use a little bit of the L'Oreal Paris Infallible More Than concealer in Latte, just to brighten a tad, but only like a dot under each eye and down the center. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to use the same sponge again, and we are just going to blend that all out. Okay, so that L'Oreal concealer has definitely given me the bright under eyes. You don't need a lot because it's super pigmented. The way that I like to do base makeup personally is get a foundation that's more natural. So more watery, more natural, kind of just sits within your skin and you can see your skin shining through. And then I like to personally go for a more pigmented concealer and then just target the areas that are of concern, like my under eyes or around my mouth area, anything that is of concern. If you've got acne, if you've got scarring, then target them spots. What I'm going to do now, because I look a little crazy, is I'm going to use my bareminerals. This is the Complexion Rescue Stick in the shade Chestnut. I don't want this look to be super bronzy at all, so this is a very light bronze because I want this look to be more blushy. We are just going to apply this to the contours of the face. So the jawline, we're going to do the cheeks, and we're also going to do it around the temple area and the sides of the nose, just to add a little bit of warmth back into the face, add a little bit of definition because we're looking super flat right now. Now I'm just very lightly going to set underneath my eyes and a little bit around my mouth area, and then a little bit around the jaw area as well, just because I am going to start using powders and I don't want there to be too much liquid or cream on the skin that's wet because it just won't sit well with powder. So we're going to use the Too Faced. This is the Peach Perfect Translucent Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. Next, we're going to do a little bit of blush. Before I do blush, actually, I wanted to mention this Colourpop sponge, the Define one, is actually so good. This pointy bit really gets into them inner corners, which I really like, but I forgot to point that out. And I'm going to move on to blush. I'm going to mix the NYX Sweet Cheeks Matte in Rose and Play, and then I'm going to mix it with a little bit of bareminerals Bounce and Blur in Mauve Sunrise. So we've got a little bit of a peaky, really can't speak today, a pinky blush, and I'm going to apply that on the cheeks and then also on the nose a little bit. Okay, so this blush, I'm hoping it's shown on camera because it's quite strong in real life. It's a little bit more pinky than what I usually go. Usually I go for like a pinky coral kind of type colour. This is a little bit more pinky. I feel like it'll just go with the look. I'm going to quickly just do my brows off camera because it's easy and quick, and you guys know I'm going to use Benefit Precisely My Brow in shade 4 and the 24-hour brow set on top. Okay, I'm back. Brows are on. I'm gonna now do, you guys know that I love doing skin, right? So skin's like my thing. I love doing skin, but I also want to dabble in pops of color. So I'm thinking minty, but I don't want to do it all over the lid like I did a lilac. So we're still going to go neutral and then do a pop of inner corner mint, I think. So I'm going to use the Urbandecay Naked Honey palette. This has got all neutrals in, really, really beautiful shades. I'm going to take the shade Keeper to start off with, just because it's like a warm transition colour, and pop this into my crease. Don't know why I don't wear this palette more, because this transition shade is literally everything. I would do this, put some lashes on and be good to go. This shade is so beautiful, so warm. What I like to do with a lot of my shadows when I do my creases, I like to take it into this groove here, and then also I like to kind of swing it out to give me more of like a cat eye look. This just kind of elongates the eye. Today I'm actually accentuating it even more just because I really do want it to come out. Then to keep this quite neutral, let's go into the shade Swarm, which is kind of like that honey beigey colour. I'll mix it with a little bit of Flyby just to lighten it up, and then we'll pop this on at the lid. I'm also just popping that transition shade on my lower lash line. Also just going to go ahead and give myself a kind of medium-ish wing using my NYX. This is an Epic ink liner. It's amazing, really affordable, really, really amazing. Now, by no means do you need to do the next step. This is just if you want a pop of color. This could be any color as well, but I want to go for a pastel mint in my inner corner. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Pastels Mint Shadow palette, and it looks so beautiful. I'm going to mix the two mint colors, the lighter one and the darker one, together, and then kind of just draw that into my inner corner. Again, kind of bringing it downwards to a V shape to create more of that kind of feline look. I'm then going to take it a little step further. I'm going to use a Fenty Beauty number 8 Snap Shadow, and I'm going to take the mint shimmery color in there, and I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. Okay, so I'm at that point where I'm like, oh, did I make a mistake? Have I done too much? Should I have done more? At this point, I always stop, and I'm going to add on lashes because I feel like I like the way that it's looking. I'm going to use the Bambi Eye False Lash by L'Oreal. This is new, so I'm just going to coat my lashes with this. Okay, my lash of choice is going to be the Huda Beauty and Farah Lash. They kind of wing out at the end, so I feel like they're just going to be really helpful to the whole feline look that I'm going for. So I'm going to chuck these on. Actually, I wanted to say, if you haven't got it, you need it in your life. This is the Huda Beauty Sticky Tack Lash Glue. It means that the lash glue always stays tacky. It doesn't mean that the lashes come off easier. If anything, they stay on. It's always tacky and it doesn't dry out. So you don't have to be worried about your glue drying on your lashes really quickly and then having to reapply, take it off, reapply and stuff like that. This will just stay tacky. Okay, let's move on to lips. I'm just going to quickly line my lips very roughly with this Technic Chunky Lip Liner in Showgirl. Then I have the Maybelline. This is a Super Stay Ink Crayon in the shade Change Is Good, and I wanted it to be quite a pink to go with that kind of minty green. So I'm going to pop this on the lip and just blend it out with my finger. And then finally, I'm just going to go over with a little bit of Fenty Beauty in Confetti. I almost forgot. I was looking at this look and I was like, what doesn't look right? Something's not adding up. It's because I've not got my bottom lash mascara on. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that real quick. And then because I like my lips to be super, super glossy, I'm just going to go in with Lottie London's Gloss in Drenched, just in the centre. And then last but not least, I'm going to just finish off with NYX's Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And that, guys, is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun creating this. You could always switch it up. You don't have to do mint in the inner corner. You could do blue, yellow, pink, green. I've done quite a few pops of colour in the inner corner. And it's amazing if you're kind of wary of colour or you don't really like to wear colour but you want to kind of test it out. Try it in inner corners and it really, really works a treat. I actually really like this look. I'm thinking that I really want to do a mint eye next because I really like these shades together. Let me know your thoughts down below. Also follow me on Instagram where I upload daily content and stories basically every hour, so you can keep up to date with me and how I film or what I'm filming or what I've got coming next, and new products is all on my stories on Instagram. So follow me there down below. I love you guys so very much and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.